Hello, this is Griff. I'm so excited. I got good news today. Look at this. See this? This is in backward knees right now, but it says SaveLACougars.org, or actually it just says hashtag SaveLACougars. But if you go to P22, if you go to Facebook or on IG to P22 Mountain Lion Hollywood, you'll learn about Urban Wildlife Week, which starts with Wildlife to Watts. That'll be in Watts and Ted Watkins Park on the 15th between 11 and 4, or 11 and 2, actually. And then there's events all week, and I'll be in LA for it because I'm co-hosting. I'm co-hosting Wildlife to Watts. I'm co-hosting P22 days on the following Saturday, Saturday 22nd, and that goes from 11 to 4 in Griffith Park by the merry-go-round, October 22nd. So I'm going to be co-hosting this wonderful event. I've been going every year and doing the Bio Blitz dance, and some of y'all know about the Bio Blitz dance. Some of y'all know about it. If you don't, go ahead and go on YouTube and look it up. There's Bio Blitz dances from all around the world. Smo is my favorite. But during this Urban Wildlife Week that starts with Wildlife to Watts and goes to P22 days, we're talking a lot about wildlife crossings. And in fact, the biggest wildlife crossing in the world is being built down in LA at Liberty Canyon, going across the busiest highway in the world, one of the busiest highways in the world. And that was because of Beth Pratt and her partner's efforts to get this created, and Wallace Annenberg, who donated a bunch of money to really get this going. And so now the groundbreaking happened last spring. Some of you remember I was there. But I love talking about wildlife crossings and wildlife corridors. So, we're going to focus on mountain lions with this wildlife crossing, but there's a lot of things that are going to use the wildlife crossing at Liberty Canyon and that can use the corridors that we make even just between, like in our house, in our yards, okay? Birds are migrating from other places to our yards or from our yards to other places, and we can participate in this migration and this corridor effect. So what I want to tell you about today is you can hear this Oregon junco, the dark-eyed junco in the background. But I always get these golden crowned sparrows here. So they winter here. So I'm in Northern California, and we have birds that migrate away for the winter, and we got birds that migrate to here from the winter. That's it. So I have it on allaboutbirds.org. If you want to learn about allaboutbirds.org, this is a golden crowned sparrow. So the golden crowned sparrow nests. Isn't that a depressing little sad call? And the males and females call all winter long. They're one of the few bird calls you'll hear during the winter. Okay? Isn't that kind of sad? But go to allaboutbirds.org and put in golden crowned sparrow. If I said golden finch before, I'm sorry, I keep messing up. But golden crowned sparrow, really cool bird. Kind of looks like a white crowned sparrow. So there it is, like in breeding plumage. But they come here for the winter, and it's always the same bird. So if you have golden crowned sparrows in your area, which you very likely do if you're in California during the winter, the males and females call all winter long. So you're very likely to hear that sad call. And then it's the same birds that come back to your house each year. So golden crowned sparrows are very loyal about where they come back to. And so all those golden crowned sparrows that you have in your yard or in your park or at your school are the same ones you saw last year, or their babies, okay? So they come back, the males and females sing, really interesting bird, and they eat like the seeds and stuff that are on your dead heads. So like when your plants die and you cut them down because you're trying to clean up, leave those up, because not only are little bees burrowing into the dried stalks, because of our 1,600 native bees, most of them are ground nesting, or they nest inside of stalks. So if you leave those things up, you'll get little insects, and then sparrows that eat those insects, and other animals that eat those insects, but also the sparrows will eat the seeds. So leaving your yard messy for winter is actually a good thing. And just good luck in convincing your HOA of that. But you can do it, because HOAs are just ran by people. Also, here's another book in backwardese. It's called Attracting Birds, Butterflies, and Other Backyard Wildlife by Dave Mizejewski. Attracting Birds, Butterflies, and Other Wildlife. You can get this on NWF, National Wildlife Federation, nwf.org. You can get that on their site. Really good intro level, how to attract animals to your yard. But the main thing I want you guys to take away is golden crowned sparrows are here in California longer in the winter than they are in Alaska in the summer where they nest. And so they're coming back. And so if you have them in your yard, they're probably the same ones coming back every year. So you should think about how to make them happy. And one of the ways you can make them happy is by keeping your cat inside. And if you do have an outdoor cat, make sure your next cat you get is an indoor cat. But if you have an outdoor cat now, don't put out bird feeder. Don't attract any birds to your yard, okay? Because your cat will kill them. because they kill like 2.4 billion birds in the United States every year. Outdoor cats do. So like, I love cats too. I got 2 inside, and they got a catio. But it's really good to keep that in mind, that cats can mess up that whole thing. But the golden crown sparrows you have, and you can even hear some of them right now. The golden crown sparrows that come back to your yard to come back every year, and so you should welcome them. And you are a corridor. You are either a nesting ground if you're in Alaska, or you're a wintering ground if you're in California, or you're a corridor for other birds. So planting native plants is the way to go. Leaving your yard a little messy with the deadheads on them. So if you want to know what plants are native to your area, go to Native Plant Finder, or if you're in California, go to calscape.org and put in your zip code. You can make the world a better place. You can help wildlife. You can be part of a corridor just by planting native plants and doing a few other things that are described in Dave Mizzajuicy's book, Attracting Birds, Butterflies, and Other Backyard Wildlife. Please help. Please help. We need help to keep our biodiversity around. And you guys know I'm always talking about it. And so if you're in LA, I'll be in Watts for Wildlife to Watts on October 15th from 11 to 2. And I'll be at P22 Day on Saturday 22nd. And I'll be following Beth around during the week as she retraces the steps that P22 took from Santa Monica Mountains all the way to Griffith Park. That's a lot of information. I'll make shorter versions on my TikTok and my IG. I love y'all. Keep trying to help wildlife.